Hi guys, welcome back. Just Carve Rob. This is what we're looking like so far, guys. We got the Avalon shell in the eyes. We've got it painted. We've got it. It's all put together. It's one piece now. Um, we've got it painted. We did the antiquing on it, and that's what it's come out to look like so far, guys. Skulls and skulls and skulls. Yep. Going to put it up for sale here shortly. Okay, we're at the part where we're... All right. Had to go yell at the shop inspector. She's making all kinds of racket out there. Okay, so, yeah. Where was I? I don't even remember. Okay, so we're at the point now where we're going to put it up for sale again. That's right, again, guys. The guy that ordered this thing gave me half the money down, and then he backed out of the deal. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Anyway, that's my problems. So what we've done here is I've come in with my wood burner, like Ben over at Studio on the Lake. He uses his wood burner to make stop cuts. So I use my wood burner usually to make stop cuts for the ring here to say that's the end of it. Okay, from here to here, I use 2.5 inch masking tape, and then I've also got the cap on it. So if somebody a little shorter than me gets it, they can chop it down to 2.5 inches. Take 2.5 inches off it, make it 2.5 inches shorter. Actually, I guess you could cut it all the way back to here if you wanted to. But we're going to cut a spiral in here. And I'm using 1/4 inch tape. And the only place I can find this is at my local car store, paint store. Okay. I can't find it at Walmart or Lowe's or any of those guys. They got the bigger stuff, but this is more for pinstriping cars. And you can get this in a vinyl too, so you can make all wiggly squiggly lines, you know. So what I'm doing is I put down a piece of tape, then 3 pieces in the row. So I can peel the centerpiece out of there. And that leaves me with a 1/4 inch. See that? Leaves me with a 1/4 inch gap, right? So then we'll take that same piece of tape and run it down next to this piece of tape. And so on, so on. So then we'll have... This will be our lines that are staying. This will be our lines that are getting cut out. And I'll probably use the high-speed air tool because it's quicker than the wood burner. Come in here and put my lines in that I want to remove. So let me get this thing taped up and I'll be right back. All right. I changed my mind. I decided to go with a lattice type pattern. So we're just going to have little diamonds in here. And I will go get the SCM fired up. And we will go through and cut all these little diamonds in. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. All right? Hang on. Okay, so we got our SCM high-speed air tool set up with the detailing bit. You know, it's a little needle, pointy needle bit. And we're just going to go around here and trace out the diamonds. We're getting that. It's going to look like a ladder or lattice. Lattice pattern. That's the word, lattice. Just a little decoration on the bottom. If you still had to move the rubber cap up from the end even higher, you could just snip it off and the lattice pattern would run right into the rubber cup. You know, just something to add a little more character to it. Having that big blank spot at the bottom. I mean, it's okay, but why not make it a little fancier? The fancy Dan skull walking stick. It's your pimping stick. Yeah. I don't know. If a girl got it, would she be a pimp? Is there a different name for that? Pimpstress? Pimptress? Pimpstress? I don't know. I'll have to look it up in Wikipedia later. So, I don't know how much of this I'm going to show. It's not really fascinating. We're just cutting in between the tape lines. And then we'll come back and we'll carve all that out of there with a combination of, I think I show a little bit of the carving with the SCM, and then I show a little bit of it with the micromotor. Both work. SCM is just a lot faster. Don't know how my hat got in there. The old dirty red hat. See how nice and smooth that thing cuts? I guess I could have done this with the wood burner too, but I don't know. I can just cut faster and deeper with this SCM tool. And get a nice clean line. That's the trick with the high-speed air tool, is that it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it has a little pull, but nothing like a Dremel. It doesn't want to run away from you. Especially with these little pointy bits. The thing, it just slices right through the wood like nobody's business. Does a nice job. Boy, it's been weird weather, hasn't it? One day we're in the 80s, then we're like yesterday. I think the highest temperature was like 65, which was Friday. Today's Saturday, and it's supposed to be in the upper 60s today. Yep, it was a really nice day. Went to some flea markets and some yard sales. Everybody's wearing their masks. Hey, I found a blower for my forge. Got it for $2. Awesome little blower. And it's a regular foundry blower. But it's not the crank kind. It's the kind that has a motor, and it didn't come with a motor. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like Pete Blair did. I've got an old treadmill, and it's a DC motor, brushless, with digital control. So I'm thinking I'll wire that baby up and hook it up there, and then I can have variable speed on my blower speed, so I don't overheat my blades when I'm making them. I'm looking for an anvil or a piece of railroad tie. So if anybody knows of anything, let me know. I don't want to spend $1 million. Everybody wants like $1,000 for a stupid anvil anymore. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye at the scrapyard and see if they got any railroad track down there. I should have bought it last year. They were changing out tracks, and I didn't. I should have took my generator, my little saw down there. Okay, well, this is the SCM with the it's a ball bit in there, carbide, and you can see I've dug some of them out with it already. Okay, and we've changed over to the micromotor, and that also has a carbide ball bit in it, so a little bit bigger than the one that was in the SCM. And get that sucker hose up there and start cleaning up the diamonds. We're not going that deep with them. Just gonna go through and dig them all out with the little ball bit, and then we'll come back with the SCM with the detail bit to clean the corners out, so we get rid of that round. The ball bit leaves a round corner, so come back with the SCM high-speed air tool and clean that up. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take my truck back in the garage. I got issues. Just rebuilt the top end of the motor in it, and it's clattering and blowing smoke. So I think we got a lifter problem or a rocker arm problem. Maybe a bent push valve, a push rod problem. I don't know. We'll get in there and take it apart and find out. That's what happens when you build something. You know, you beef up certain areas of it, put a bigger cam in it, and all that stuff. And some of the weaker components that you didn't change out might go south on you, or they might loosen up. So tomorrow we got to yank the valve covers off the top of the engine and see what's going on down in there. Yeah. Any motor that makes noise drives me insane. I cannot stand, even my race cars. I cannot stand having motor noise. If it's got a tick or a tap, you can bet I'll be spinning spanners on it and opening that baby up like a can of tomatoes, see what's going on down in there. Alright, so no carving tomorrow. We'll be working on truck. Alright. Yeah, this is coming out pretty good. I think the SCM's a little bit faster. Of course, it's spinning 400,000 RPMs compared to 46,000 RPMs. A lot smoother cuts, look, guys, and it's a lot lighter, so your hand don't cramp up as bad. Every tool has its place, I guess. Yeah, this stick has been an adventure. I already seen things that I would change on it if I ever made another one. I'm thinking we got a cane, so we're gonna need a walking stick too, right? I've carved a bunch of hillbillies, and I carved a hillbilly walking stick. Carved a bunch of wood spirits, so then I carved a wood spirit walking stick. And a wood spirit cane, and an eagle cane. But I haven't carved no eagles. Jumped the gun on that one. Yeah. Sometimes it gets a little monotonous to start carving little diamonds out. But it takes your mind away from things. And so that's about going to be it for the carving. And this is our skull cane complete. I did go back and retouch up the flames. I didn't like the flames the way they were, so I went back and repainted them again. And so that's going to be the end for this walking cane here. I think it's about as far as I want to take it. Wouldn't mind putting some abalone shell in some of the bigger skull's eyes. Okay, so share, like, subscribe, be awesome, carve something awesome, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.